Morning, everybody. Grab a cup of coffee and a donut or three, and let's do some switching. Hey, everybody. Stay tuned at the end. I got another improvement to the coupling tool suggested by one of you. Well, good morning, everybody. It's 1 week till Christmas. I hope your shopping's done. Pick up where we left off yesterday. Just finished switching wherever. So I'm going to pick up the 3 cars we left on the main, and we're going to pull them back over onto the passing siding, and then we'll pull the whole train up because we're going to have to run around it. So this area of Chillicothe actually had several tracks rather than just my 2. This is one time it would have really come in handy to have a third double-ended track to help run around. Because my 8-car train that I am going to have, with a couple of long cars in there too, with that 60-foot boxcar, will barely make it to be able to run around. And I have to block Douglas Avenue while I'm doing it. Obviously using the gimbal here. When you see me, the camera moving like that, as hard as I try, it's just very difficult to be smooth when you're shooting something that small. Thought I'd shoot the train crossing Douglas Avenue. So we're going to cut off from the train so we can run around it. Occasionally on those Atlas couplers, this brush sort of gets caught in them a little bit. But for the most part, if you have 2 Atlas couplers, man, it works great, coupled to each other. I realize I'm probably in the minority here, but I could easily live with all Atlas couplers on everything. As you can see, I'm trying to get the little nub on the Pico turnout with that toothpick and just almost impossible. I'm just narrating this inside again on Friday. It's just too windy outside to narrate today. And I may get too busy tomorrow to narrate, so I'm just knocking it out. So in this session, we're going to switch General Chemical. It's basically the last two cars in the train. First of all, we're blocking the General Chemical switch as well as Douglas Avenue. So we're going to push the whole train forward so we can alleviate the traffic congestion and access the switch. So we'll push the train far enough forward that after we pull the car that's at General Chemical now, we'll have room to spot it on there without blocking Douglas Avenue. So we made the cut. Now we're going to pull the car from General Chemical, which is an empty tank car. I'm in the train room. I hear Jazzy at the back door whining to come in. She likes being outside sometimes, but eventually she gets cold, so I'll walk through the house and go get her. Come on in, Jazz. Tux came in too. I know probably most of you watch Jawtooth videos. He saw an old General Chemical covered hopper in one of his recent videos because he kept talking about how much he liked that car. That's a really cool car. Oh, you can hear my wife's bird clock now. Has a different bird every hour. Thankfully, at nighttime, it has a light sensor and it doesn't chime. So now we'll couple the empty tank car back onto the train. Then we'll spot the two cars at General Chemical. Come back and park the engine next to the yard office so the crew can go in and take a break. Chillicothe is not quite as relaxed as Oak Hill. Since it's the division point, there's a lot more management type people running around, so they won't be able to sit there for a while and talk about fishing like they do in Oak Hill. That'll do right there. Tank car's next to the unloading racks. So like I said, when the engine gets to the yard office, we'll end the video. We'll try to make another one of my slideshow videos this week to post on Wednesday. Probably do N&W and Southern cabooses this time. Won't be real long, be like the other one. Everybody stay safe. Well, I've said many times that you guys make my railroad better. And here's another case. So Gene Jablonski, hopefully I pronounced that right, Gene, suggested that putting a piece of tubing instead of the toothpick would work because it's hollow. So you can see on this Pico switch they have the nubs. So I can just hook the tubing over the nub, if I can do it left-handed, and throw the turnout. It's plastic, so I can't put a lot of pressure on it. Now this won't work for the micro-engineering turnouts or switches, but that's a great idea. So I really appreciate Gene suggesting that. So this is the further improvement to the coupling tool. This is, I don't know what you call this, version 1.3 or something like that. But, so I'm going to keep using it, keep trying it. So everybody stay safe.